Start. Assailing the judgment and order aforesaid, learned counsel for the appellant has put forward a variety of submissions. Full stop. He has contended that chain of circumstances in this case is not complete, particularly when the allegations of strained relationship of the appellant and his wife have not been proved, and in any case, the prosecution has failed to establish motive for the appellant to murder his own children, that the appellant was incapable of understanding the nature of his act when admittedly he was in the habit of consuming liquor, was admitted to rehabilitation center, and his discharge was taken against the advice of the center, that the trial court failed in its duty to examine the mental capacity of the appellant in terms of section 329 CRPC, and hence, the entire trial stood vitiated, and that in any case, mens rea could not be imputed on the appellant, who deserves to be given benefit of doubt, or at least the benefit of the exceptions to section 300 IPC. Full stop. In the first place, learned counsel for the appellant has contended that in case of circumstantial evidence, there ought to be a complete chain of circumstances pointing towards nothing else but guilt of the accused, and in such cases, a motive is of critical importance. Full stop. In the present case, according to the learned counsel, the motive set up by the prosecution about the alleged strained relationship of the appellant with his wife was not a motive strong enough for the appellant to commit the murder of his children, and in any event, wife of the appellant, PW-9, did not support the case of the prosecution regarding such allegations. Full stop. The learned counsel would, therefore, contend that an important link in the chain of circumstances, that is, motive, having not been established, the appellant deserves to be acquitted. Full stop. The main plank of the submissions on behalf of the appellant had been with reference to his alleged addiction to liquor and his admission to the rehabilitation center. Full stop. Learned counsel for the appellant would argue, particularly with reference to the statements of PW-2 Puran Singh, cousin of the appellant, and PW-3 Jagbir, manager of rehabilitation center, that the appellant was undoubtedly undergoing treatment for his addiction to liquor and was discharged against advice prematurely, and the evidence on record, read as a whole, lead to the position that the appellant could not have been treated as a person capable of understanding the nature of his act. Full stop. According to the learned counsel, even if the evidence of PW-2 and PW-3 may not be sufficient to give the benefit of section 84 IPC, it definitely gives rise to a doubt with regard to the mental capacity of the appellant. Full stop. In this regard, the learned counsel has also referred to the additional documents placed on record to the effect that even post conviction, the appellant has been treated for his mental condition, he was distinguished as a psychiatric case, and was admitted to the Central Jail Hospital for treatment. Full stop. With reference to the aforesaid factors concerning the mental capacity of the appellant, learned counsel would submit that the entire trial in the present case stands vitiated, for the trial court having omitted to examine the capacity of the accused appellant in terms of section 329 CRPC. Full stop. Learned counsel has also referred to the decision of Gujarat High Court and has submitted that, in the present case, looking to the background factors concerning mental capacity of the appellant appearing in evidence, it was the duty of the trial court to examine if he was of unsound mind and consequently incapable of making his defense. Full stop.